All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hank Russell Invitation here on Millions.co. We are live. My guest this time, I apologize to those who were watching the live about a week ago when I had this guy on technical difficulties. Whatever, it happened. There's an old saying, live happens, and that's the extreme. My guest this time is Imponda Kalunga. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Good to be back on your show. Thanks for having me again. And just let's catch up.
So, all right, so you don't have any. Last time I checked, I can't remember. You said you got something coming up, or you're about to, what do you got coming up?
So the last thing was I fought for the title, and then I had something coming out for March, and I was still in negotiations, and I'm still talking with, two people. But my main one is I want Joshua Frazier, and I want Patrice Volney. I want those two rematches. I feel I can beat those guys, and I've shown in the past that I do well in my rematches, and so I would like those. If not those, I'm looking for a world title. I'm looking for anybody in the top 15, top 10. So that's what I want.
So you're not scheduled to fight right now?
At this moment, no, because I just finished fighting and I'm still suspended for a certain amount of time. You know, the procedures. You get suspended to heal from your wounds. Every boxer after a fight, you get suspended for a certain amount of days until you can come back. So I'm still on that suspension, and then it's off in March. So that suspension is off in March. That's when I can start fighting again.
But, so depending on like what state you're in, I'm assuming the amount of dates is different. Like I know most
of the 30 days, 20 days, 60 days, depending on the.
I know in Nevada it's 45 days.
45, yeah. So that's the same thing. So yeah, other than that, I'm ready to go back into it. I want a top guy again. I keep challenging top guys, and that's where we're at.
Cool. I mean, so what brings you on Millions.co right now these days?
These days, well, you know the story, rags to riches. I'm looking for the biggest and the best, baddest paydays and biggest fights in boxing. So where else to do it than a spot that's called Millions? I'm trying to get those millions, and I want to get billions. So I want to risk it. I want to risk my, I'm searching for the glory, not just for the money, but that's my story, I want the challenge. I want to be challenged. So
I know Matt Whitaker. Yeah, I know Matt Whitaker, the man who started this. He's a huge boxing and fighting aficionado. So he's
nice.
He definitely understands where you're coming from.
So
what do you put? So there's nothing you really have. I mean, like, do you have a job?
Boxing. That's my job. Full time is boxing, and I do music, and I'm not hurting. I'm good where I'm at. My job is fully boxing. That's where my mind is focused is for at least the next 8 years. If not that, is opening up a gym and training myself in that gym and using that gym to start, like I was telling you last time, build First Nations youth up here who have talent, who don't have the boxing gym to go to. So that's my mission over here, bringing the boxing back, and bringing the title back would be such a big thing because there'll be a guy with a title from the Yukon representing Canada, coming from the Yukon, and that's what we were talking about last time, the history and everything I want to do here. So, yeah, man, being on Millions gives me the platform to talk with people like you and get the story out there,
Yeah, and I'm taking notes. I mean, it's just. So, what in the meantime, you're just kind of healing and enjoying life? Is that what I'm understanding?
I'm always training, still training, and enjoying life, but still training and looking for sponsorship opportunities, talking with people for sponsorship, and just want to build a team that's because right now I'm a free agent. I left the promoter that I was last with because I didn't like the contractual and the money I was getting paid. So I want to start moving with people who respect what I've done already and look at my career and long term and say, you know what, this is what we want for this guy. We want this, that. He's gonna fight this many times this year. I want that kind of team now, a manager and a promoter. But as for now, I'm doing it by myself. I've been doing it by myself this long, and not too bad. I'm still top Canada. I'm still top here in Canada, but I'm looking for another big opportunity to just climb on. I can take that and just.
Hey, amen, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my story, man.
So, how long have you been boxing and kickboxing, or excuse me,
Uh,
just boxing?
just boxing. I started when I was 16 years old, and now I'm 36.
Okay,
I'm
so
16 years old. I
okay,
went
so
to
relatively young still.
yeah, relatively. I don't take punches. I don't get hit.
Well, that's good. You don't do that. I don't know how much I believe you, but
It's true. Look, you know my teeth.
yeah. Well, there are these things called veneers.
No, these are real.
I'm just, I'm just
I
messing with
move.
you. I'm just messing with you. But, to say that I don't get, well, I mean, I'm sure you've never not been hit, but I get what you're saying.
I get hit, but you roll with it. You know, you gotta learn to roll with it, and you could be your body's conditioned to take that.
Hallelujah and pass the mustard.
But no one likes to get hit, and I sure don't like to get hit, so I move.
No, I mean, Mike Tyson had his saying, everybody's got to play until they get hit.
I like that until you get punched in their mouth, and that's usually the truth.
So the idea right now is that, you know, that you have to, like, obviously while you're training and trying to heal up and recovery and stuff like that, is to kind of keep your weight down, right?
Yeah, keep the weight down, eat the right stuff, not drink too much, and and not do crazy drugs. Just stay healthy and keep your mind happy. That's where I'm at. Keeping my mind and my life around me happy.
Right. No, the reason why I say that is because, I mean, time off is a fighter's greatest enemy sometimes.
Yes, sometimes, yeah. But I've been
At
doing it
least,
since I was 16, so and it's good for me for my body to recuperate because sometimes you can be running every day for 6 miles. Every day you wake up 6 miles for 30 days. You do that, and guess what? At the end of that, there's no fight that happens. But guess what? Your knees took the punishment, so you need to rest. So having the rest sometimes is good, especially the older you get, right? I
right,
know what I need
absolutely.
to do. I just need to
I know
fight
it.
in front of me.
Well, one of the biggest challenges, because I used to be a fighter too,
Yes.
is that you let your body rest,
Yeah.
but your diet doesn't need to go that loose depending on how long you are,
Sure.
and
I'm still in good
because
shape.
you're like
Look at it.
if you're trading both of them off, you could have a hard time. I mean, Chuck Liddell in the UFC, I remember he was a 205 fighter,
Yeah.
and within a matter of like 3 months, he'd gotten up to like 250 pounds, and then he had to get back down to 205 within
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, UFC is crazy with the weight cuts, and boxing is like that too. We cutting 15 pounds, but UFC they cut like 30 pounds, sometimes 40 pounds, and sometimes in one night they're doing that. So it's dangerous, but you gotta know what you're doing, man. I've been doing it for a while.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely bananas how much they really, you know, I mean, how much these guys really want to cut their weight. It's
Of course, it's sacrificing. That's why you need those. But no, it's true, man. You sacrifice, but you want, the glory at the end of it. You want the prize at the end of it. We are prize fighters. So the bigger the prize, the bigger the fight, the bigger we're gonna give you, the more action we're gonna give you, And yeah, that's what I want, man. I wanna be challenged. I want one of these guys who come up here. Last time, yes, is no excuses. I want to get back to it, and I asked for immediate rematch. Or I shook his hand and I asked, "Hey, you want to do this? We want to do it. We want to give this boy a show. That's now we can do better than that, and I can do better than that. So we're gonna do it." He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, let's do it." I looked at his father and I said, "We in? We shake down it. All right, we're good. Okay." So I'm hoping they'll stick to that. If not that, hey man, I'm not chasing nobody. There's a
oh
lot
yeah,
of
no,
fish in the sea.
well, the thing about it is that I'm glad to see that you have this determination still, so to speak.
Oh yeah. Uh, I'm gonna get that world title. I'm gonna get the Canadian title. Either way, I'm not gonna stop. So, and time will tell. And I'm 15 fights in. I'm only 15 fights in, and I already faced 7 undefeated fighters. I beat 5 of them already. No one else with that record right now. 15 fights in with 7 undefeated fighters. That means half of my record is already undefeated with undefeated fighters. Who does that? Nobody giving the prospect undefeated guys. You know what I mean? So
No,
I've proven myself, but I want to work with the right team. And if the team is not right for me, I'm not gonna stick around, and just let the guys like exploit me in that. No, man, I'm out. I'm too smart for that. You know,
no, you're doing right. I mean, why not? I mean, why not?
you know.
Make it. to where the situation doesn't dictate you having to be in a precarious situation if you don't have to be.
Sure. You know, yeah. The last thing I want to worry about is how much I'm getting paid. Am I getting paid the right thing? Is my thing all this being looked after? No, I don't want to worry about that. I just want to go in, win the fight. All that's looked after, you know. But if I have to watch my back and then I can't trust that. It's like I want a team that's already there. You know, you're good at what you do. I'm good at what I do. Let's do this together. Boom. Just 3 people. I don't need too much. You know.
No, I mean, why? I mean, why not?
And that's why you asked me what I was doing. That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm training. I'm looking for that. You know, resting, enjoying life, talking to people like you, on millions. You know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like, well, if I have nothing else, man, is there anything you want to say before I let you go?
No, it's cool to catch up with you, and it's just good to do it the right way.
Absolutely, man. Look, I mean, I got my notes for if we talk again for next time, man. And look, keep in touch. Let me know when your next fight is.
Sure.
And good luck on your recovery.
Thank you so much, Hank. Take it
Absolutely.
easy.
You too, man. On that note, man, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Hank Russell Invitation here on Millions.co. Man, I appreciate y'all joining us tonight here. And, you could have been doing anything else if you just decided to hang out with us tonight. And we're so glad that you did. And until next time, y'all have a pleasant evening.
Peace.